I say we, you say they. We. Now I want everybody to get up out of your seat and give the biggest round of applause for Craig and Mark Kielburger. Woo! Woo! Okay, now here we go. All together. When I say clap, I'd like everybody to clap, but just one time together. Can we do that? Ready? Clap. Now this time, a little bit more crisp. Everybody in the house together. Ready? Clap. 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 I gave that big round of applause for Craig and Mark Kielburger. Because they're greater heroes than I've ever seen on a football field. They're greater heroes than I've ever seen on the hockey ice. They are heroes of people. And you know what makes them heroes? You know what makes them heroes, guys? What makes them heroes is that they believe in you. You get it? Go ahead and take a seat. Go ahead and take a seat. But listen, what is important about this movement is that this is really about you. The reason Mark and Craig are so great, so wonderful, is because they believe in the power of young people. The fact is, if young people ran the world, we'd have a kinder, more compassionate. You have an indomitable, indefatigable genius that refuses to give up. Young people, if you were running the world, our world would be a better place. The fact is, as people, we truly are better together. Mark and Craig and Free the Children believe in you. They believe in youth. They believe in we. When I say we, you say they. When I say better, you say together. We, better. We, better. Ready? Clap. 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 This seems so simple. Why doesn't everybody do it? There's a poem that really paradoxes where, or describes where we are. And it's called The Paradox of Our Time in History, and I'm going to try to recite it for you. It says, the paradox of our time in history is that we have taller buildings but shorter tempers. Wider freeways, but narrower viewpoints. We spend more but have less. We buy more but enjoy it less. We're bigger houses and smaller families. More conveniences but less time. More degrees but less sense. More knowledge but less judgment. More experts but more problems. We drink too much, smoke too much, spend too recklessly, laugh too little, drive too fast, get too angry too quickly, stay up too late, get up too tired, read too seldom, watch TV too much, and pray too seldom. Indeed, we have multiplied our possessions but reduced our values. We talk too much, love too seldom, and hate too often. We've learned how to make a living, but not a life. We've added years to life, but not life to years. We've been all the way to the moon and back, but have trouble crossing the street to meet the new neighbor. How you doing, bro? We've conquered outer space, but not inner space. We've done larger things, but not better things. We clean up the air, but pollute the soul. We split the atom, but not our prejudice. We write more, but learn less. We plan more, but accomplish less. We've learned to rush, but not to wait. We build more computers to hold more information, to produce more copies than ever before, but have less communication. These are the times of fast food and slow digestion, of tall men and short character, of steep profits and shallow relationships. These are the times of world peace, but domestic warfare, of more leisure, but less fun, of more kinds of food, but less nutrition. These are the days of quick shifts, disposable diapers, restore morality, one-night stands, overweight bodies, and pills that do everything from cheer to quiet to kill. It's a time when there's much in the showroom window and nothing in the stockroom. It's a time when technology can bring this by email. That's how I received it. And it's a time when you can either choose to share this insight or just hit delete. Young people, I will ask you today, do not hit delete. It is about we. It is about us. I say we, you say they. We. Ready? Clap, clap, clap. There were a group of young people this year when I went to Kenya. I went over with Craig. He was our host. And there were a group of young people who had been over for 3 weeks. And I got a chance to speak to them. They were building a school. And in building this school, I kind of got a chance to ask them what their experience was like. And after I talked to them, and they thought it was so important, I asked them this question, very simple question. I said, now, if you were building the school and you saw a child drowning, would you continue to build the school, or would you help the child that was drowning? You help the child. That's an easy question, isn't it? I want to let you know this, is that when you help children in third world countries, you need to know that they drown from things other than the water being too deep. They drown from malaria, other waterborne diseases. You see, the help that you give to build a school provides the structure for teaching and understanding to take place. To build a computer, you are literally, when you build a school, you're actually pulling kids out of the water. I'm going to ask you today to be the change. My wife and I and our foundation have committed to building 131 schools over the next 5 years for the children. But I want to let you know that we appreciate the round of applause, but it's not about us. All we're trying to do is be good stewards. And the fact is we can't do it without you. My greatest strength is I understand how important I'm not. When we say this, we need you and we need your help. The Free the Children mandate suggests that youth are the priority. You're the ones that do it. So I'm going to ask you to help me with something today. We're going to continue the great spirit of this day at a Toronto Argonauts game a week from Friday, October 16th. We're going to ask each of you if you wouldn't mind going to argonauts.ca/WeDay. We're going to ask you to sell 2 tickets. What we're going to try to do is see how fast we can sell the number of tickets they've given us out. So we want you to go back to your school. If your school decides that your school wants to do this and make a contribution, but all you, us adults, all we do is tell you what you can't do. Craig and Mark, I like to salute them because they believe in young people, and as do I. So I'm going to ask you to help us out by trying to kick off this initiative of 131 schools by going to argonauts.ca/WeDay and coming down to the Argonauts game on Friday, October 16th. And watch Craig kick off. See if he can kick the ball, right? I'm not sure exactly what this monitor means. Help me out. What does this mean? Are we wrapping it up? Let's wrap it up then, guys. I want to wrap it up with this. When you help a child, you never know who you're helping. There's a gentleman by the name of Tyler Perry that had the #1 movie several weeks ago. I guess that was several months ago. He just came out with another movie with Oprah Winfrey. But you know, he was homeless. He made $59 million in the first 2 weekends with his last movie, the one that came out on Oscar weekend. But he was homeless not so long ago. And so on his way to the studio, he actually stopped to try to help a lady who didn't have anything to eat. She was homeless. And when he tried to give her money, she said, "No, sir, I don't want your money." Now, this is strange. But then she said, but if you have some shoes, I'll take those. This is a strange request if you've never been homeless before. But because he had been homeless, he knew exactly what she was talking about. Because when he was homeless, he only had one pair of shoes, and he wore them everywhere, and the soles on the bottom of those shoes were worn out. And immediately when she said that, it brought back the cold days, because the cold days, he could feel the dampness from the ground. So he took this lady into the studio with her, and he found her not just any pair of shoes, but a pair of shoes that fit. And he says when he gave them to her, he will never forget what she said, because when he gave her the shoes, she looked him in the eye and said very short, very succinctly, "Sir, thank you." Thank you for taking my feet up off the ground. Daily, I want to challenge you. Find the opportunity to take someone's feet up off the ground. I say we, you say they. We. Young people, you are absolutely awesome. Thank you for having me here today.